Dear Andrea.
Dear Dad.
Dad.
Mom.
Dear Patrice.
Hey, Connor.
Brendan.
What an incredible honor it is to run the Boston Marathon in your honor on behalf of Caring for a Cure.
When I first decided to take on this challenge, I knew I needed a bigger reason than myself to push through the miles. I immediately thought of you.
My name is Sean Mitchell. I'm running the Boston Marathon for my dad, Phil Mitchell.
I am honored to represent Caring for a Cure in the 2025 Boston Marathon.
I'm Eileen McGuire. I am here to run the Boston Marathon in honor of my late husband, Brendan McGuire.
My name is Mike Plunkett. I'm an outpatient social worker at the MGH Boston Cancer Center.
My name's Caroline, and I am fundraising for Caring for a Cure in honor of my mom.
And I'm running in honor of my childhood best friend, Carmen McCadden.
My name is TJ Van Berkel, and I had a bone marrow transplant about 10 months ago now following my aplastic anemia diagnosis. I chose to run the Boston Marathon as part of my healing and recovery process.
I remember when I first got an email about TJ's case. You know, they're a young couple, they just had their first child, and suddenly your life, which you had sort of probably had a vision of, is thrown into uncertainty.
Patients getting bone marrow transplants are often in the hospital for a month at a time or longer. And so every day after class, I came over here to Massachusetts General Hospital and was by my mom's side while she was undergoing hospitalization.
In 2019, he was diagnosed. We knew right away it was terminal. We knew it was stage 4, and our family was devastated.
My dad had a seizure in front of my entire family, and that kind of started his journey. He was diagnosed with glioblastoma in August of 2024.
I remember walking into the room and it was decorated more than my college dorm, and of course your hot pink lipstick. From then on, no matter how tough the days got, when you weren't feeling your best, we always found a way to laugh together.
When you were diagnosed with mantle cell lymphoma, I almost felt as if I was meant to become a nurse, to be there to help you navigate your own diagnosis and path through treatment.
Your story has inspired me since the day I met your daughter. At 47 years old, with 13-year-old twin daughters, you were diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. You delayed your admission for a night just to make sure a plan was in place for your daughter's care during many uncertain months ahead.
I will say that experience of watching him get treated back in 2013, I mean, we're just kids, so you're spending a lot of time trying to put the pieces together and try to make some sense of it. But I don't think any of that was possible until I met the MGH community here.
I've been around since Caring for a Cure started. It's changed the life of many patients, and I mean, they're so impressed by the care they receive, but they're also overwhelmed by a lot of the gestures that Caring for a Cure can provide.
One of the nurses came in and saw us, upset and emotional together, and she went out and bought chocolate milkshakes from JP Licks.
In comes a nurse from Caring for a Cure and said, hey, we know you have 2 kids and we want to make sure that you're able to go and do nice things too and be able to take your mind off of your treatment. And they gave us movie tickets.
And it was just this small gesture that I think about all the time because it brought our spirits up.
It was a difficult experience, but it was a really positive experience because of all the love.
After witnessing the care she got from the nurses and how wonderful they are, I knew that's all that I wanted to do. And I am still working on the floor today, 15 years later.
I think Caring for a Cure does an incredible job of seeing you for who you are.
It gives patients a chance to remember that they are not just sick in a hospital, but that they are humans with a history and a future who are loved and cared for, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally as well.
I was first introduced to Caring for a Cure through my wife, Amy.
I have worked with the amazing founders for the past 15 years, so I'm very familiar with how incredible Caring for a Cure is, and I've seen firsthand the amazing work that they do for their patients in the cancer center here.
We initially found out about my low counts about a week after our daughter was born. She was about 10 months old when I was ultimately admitted to the hospital for transplant.
He's a young, healthy guy, so he coasted through a lot of it. A credit to the progress we've made in regimens, a credit to him and his overall good health. And somehow the topic came that he's run a few marathons before. And I said, well, hey, I have an idea.
I've run a couple of marathons in the past, and at my lowest points post-transplant, it gave me something to focus on and set my mind to every day. Just get up out of bed and get outside.
I don't have much running experience. I mean, I spent my whole life maybe playing soccer, baseball, but nothing as 26.2 miles, so.
I cannot stand running. And yesterday, for the very first time, I ran 13.1 miles.
For me, I have 2 kids at home, my daughter Nora and Owen. So I come home, I'm tired. I wake up, I'm tired. But knowing that patients like my dad will get the best care with these funds, any spare minute I can get, I'm either at the gym on the treadmill or out on the streets running as many miles as I can.
I love running. I've always been an athlete, but just like everybody else, I get tired and I've had my down weeks and times where it has felt really hard to keep pushing through. And one thing I always think about when I'm going through these times where I just want to give up is my mom.
Especially now when we've been getting brutal weather and treacherous winds and snow. I always have his voice in my mind, telling me to keep going, telling me to push.
TJ, I'm super proud of you. You've done awesome. Good luck running, and we're all proud of you.
If I can help raise some money for others going through what we've gone through, then I'll be better. So thank you for your support, and good luck to everyone else.
Dad, you and my patients have inspired me to make the most of this one life that I am living. The long drives to Boston, countless early mornings, and seemingly innumerable appointments require a commitment not for the faint of heart. But you have taken this whole phase of your life in stride, and I feel so fortunate to be able to be there beside you.
I'm really honored to be running on behalf of my mom for the 10th anniversary of Caring for a Cure.
Brendan, I'm running this for you. I know that through our 17 years of marriage, you would roll your eyes at any crazy idea I had, but you are also my biggest cheerleader. And I hope that I am making you proud. I hope that I'm making our kids proud, that every single day I think of you, and I hope that you are seeing that we are living our life to the fullest as much as we can, like you asked us to. Thank you for being you, and I know you're watching us.
Hey Connor, I bet you 10 years ago if I told you that I was running a marathon in Boston, you'd probably tell me I'm crazy, but here I am, crazy as all hell, and I just need to acknowledge the fact that it wouldn't be possible without you, and I just want to thank you for that.
As I run this marathon, I will carry the strength with me in every step and every mile. Thank you for inspiring me and so many others to continue fighting with hope and courage. This run is for you. Love, your favorite son-in-law.
Caring for a Cure represents exactly what you've taught me, that care goes beyond medicine. It's the love, the laughter, and the connections we make. I'm running for you and the hundreds of Andreas to come with every achy muscle and every mile that feels a little bit too far.
And I'm honored.
Dad, you've been amazing on this journey. I think you've taught us the meaning of strength through adversity. And we both want to say that we love you.
We love you, Phil. You did it.